Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Total War Battles here on Total War Rome Remastered, this time with the Battle of Badon Hill. Although we have no proof of King Arthur's existence, his legend is enduring. The following battle was the recreation of a possible battle between a Romano-British warlord called Artorius and the Saxons. Artorius Crassus, i.e. Arthur, the leader of the Britons, is at war with the Saxon invaders of his land. If he fails, then the pagan Saxons will plunge the people of Britannia into a new dark age of cruelty and slaughter. Artorius' ally, Lord Amalric, we'll go with, has chosen to make a stand against the Saxon mob on Badon Hill. Now he is surrounded by warriors baying for his blood. If he goes down, Artorius will have lost a friend and may also lose his kingdom. With coming fires from nearby onagers, you should order Artorius' troops to ford or swim the river, and then fight their way through the gathering darkness. Only speed and the courage of your men can save Amalric. Rally the people of Britannia and secure Artorius' throne. So we've got a few ground knights, some ancient auxilia, but mostly a fairly interesting mix. We have the onagers as support, but that army is not going to be able to do much for us. And we're going up against some quite heavy infantry. The Saxons are pretty good with their infantry troops. What they do have, though, is very limited cavalry. We need to use that to our advantage. Let's get going. Been a while since I've done a battle on Total War. I'm looking forward to this. And especially with the Romano-British, who I did a campaign with all that while ago. They were a really fun faction to play as. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm going to have to kind of plan once I see the battle map, because this is my first time loading up, so this could be a loss, could be a failure, or we can try a win. The problem is, the Saxons are pretty competent. There's a pretty competent army overall, and so we'll have to see how that goes. I mean, the onagers will help for sure, but I'm not thrilled by the idea of having to cross a river or a body of water, because that doesn't always work well for the aggressing force. Let's have a look, shall we?
Legend tells of Arthur and his knights. A man born of Roman blood, a leader, a king, a warrior who saved his people. Having fought many great battles against the Saxons, Arthur rides towards the last battle at Badon Hill. By nightfall, he will be victorious, or his kingdom will have been snuffed out. Lord Amalric, Arthur's comrade in arms, has been surrounded by the Saxons, eager to see blood spilled. If Amalric falls, Arthur is beaten. The kingdom of Britannia will never be united. The Saxons will rule all. The Alemanni, Arthur's allies, have onagers to provide covering fire. Arthur must crush the Saxons on the opposite bank and ride hard to save Amalric. Death, destruction, and the axe are all that Arthur can expect if he fails.
We're under attack!
Right then. Got a few things that we need to watch out for. Is this all our cavalry? I presume it is. Look, give me a second to get everything loaded together, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to really work out what I'm doing. Infantry, Hounds of Cologne. So, I don't know if there's like a ticking clock over here, but we've got to save our ally from falling. Those are only hunters, but Okay, there's only spearmen and horsemen here. We could go and over. We could just charge over there and support them, but I think probably first we need to get over here and help. So what is the problem? Is there's such strong troops here, right? Get all our cavalry together. I think probably the best thing we can do with our cavalry is get them across the river quickly. I'm actually going to rearrange my forces quickly. Let's unpause actually. Get everyone moving. Let's get everyone there in a hurry. I mean, our cavalry should be relatively quick. We could at least go knock out some of the archers, maybe. Please, okay, you. Ooh, that was a good 100 hit. I'm not thrilled by the fact that cavalry having to go through the middle of the army here. It's not going to go very well for us, to be honest. Well, they are ground knights, but they're going through levy spearmen. Just push through if you can. Fine, pull back, because that's not an ideal thing. But we'll use these ground knights to go save our friend. The other cavalry will stay here. You come back, but you can ungroup. Go after those hunters quickly. I'm happy to let them come across the river if entirely possible. These ground knights can do well against the archers, I would imagine. They'll fight to the death. Let's go see if we can save our friend. Right, they're coming across. Let's go after them. But we need to go save our friend as best we can. Okay, the Hands of Kowloon have gone berserk. So let's hope they actually help in the long run. You need to come over here. Go after those hunters, please. I probably shouldn't send my own troops in with the Hands of Kowloon. You come back. Let the Hands of Kowloon fight, because they're going berserk. They may well attack our own troops. Yeah, they are. It's unfortunate. Let the Hands of Kowloon do their job initially. Oh, okay, they're doing okay. But the other forces are on their way. We've got to be relatively quick. I don't mind that the Hands of Kowloon go down. It's not a problem. Go after those hunters, please. I'm just trying to buy time for these lads here. I need to get another unit of cavalry over there if entirely possible. Right. Our other infantry is now going to have to charge in because the Saxon Hearth are attacking now, which is not good. It's not good for us at all. They're routing good. These are mostly just levy spearmen though. So even this one unit of cavalry can probably do some good work. Break into these people attacking there. Can I get my cavalry across somewhere else? Because the only way they can go is through the middle, which I'm not thrilled by. Although the Equites... Okay, the Equites can get across. So you get across quickly. You're going to group up with the other cavalry there. And try to buy them time over here. Excellent. We've broken up that group. Chase down these arch groups. Mounted nobles are arriving, which is not ideal. The chosen warlords actually moved on, that's interesting. How are the Equites doing this? Still haven't got across just yet. We need to push in there to try and get across the river, I think. How's my cavalry over here doing? Okay, come back over. Those archers keep on running, but we need to focus on the spearmen here attacking our friend. Okay, back over to the river. We're having to kind of fight two separate battles here. I want to get my own cavalry across the river if I can. We are winning. But if our friend falls, then this is all for nothing, really. And there's some Saxon Hearth on their way, which is not going to go well for us. Okay, there's some heavy cavalry there. Yeah, we need to get our own cavalry over there as soon as possible, really. Our infantry and archers can clear that up, but we need to go help. Because okay, the Saxon half is coming, that's the priority. If the spearmen fall, that's fine. If our ally falls, that's it. We've got to deal with those Saxon half troops. I'm less worried about what's going on here. You guys can go after the Saxon keel, as can you. You can move forward. Right, back over to Arthur. Quickly get to them, because they're right by the Chosen Warlord. You need to hurry up. Okay, our Grand Knights are exhausted, they've broken, but they've done their job, they've kept this other army busy for the time being. We've got to deal with these Saxon Hearth. If these Saxon Hearth don't fall, we're in real trouble. Stand your ground and fight, please, as best you can. Obviously Arthur can't fall either. We need to keep Almeric alive. Just going to pull back so we can charge back in again. Okay, push back in. We should get at least a little bit of a charge bonus going downhill here. And then we can go clear up all these little dregs. But this is the important bit of the battle over here. Okay, go deal with those Saxon Hearth over there, please. I think we're doing okay. We'll come clear up these other bits afterwards, that's not a problem. Okay. Well, Equites have got in first against the Saxon Hearth, which is not going to be ideal because they're going to break because they're light cavalry. And the Saxon Hearth are competent, very competent troops.
General is slain, and now his men fear us.
Good.
It is time to press the attack.
Yeah, the Saxon Hearth are competent enough troops, but they will now break because their general is dead. We have lost a couple of units of our own cavalry to morale.
The enemy show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
However, those 2 units of cavalry bought us enough time to actually save our general for the most part.
You have saved Lord Amalric from the Saxon onslaught.
Excellent. Now it's just a question of clearing up the last little bits. No, there we go.
This is no way for a leader to behave, but in battle it's beyond belief.
You have completed the objectives of this battle.
Pursue them and drive them from the battlefield.
Would you like to continue hunting the enemy down like the other sentinels are? No, we will take the victory. And we get 2 achievements for that. So, Astorius and Almeric have defeated Captain Sido and Captain Marquis. That's probably not how I say it. Could I have cleared down some other troops? Probably, but the objectives were won. And I think we played that relatively well, using those 2 units of cavalry to get across the river quickly and try to delay the Saxon advance on Almeric while we dealt with the army by the river. Not bad at all. And that's the only two the only 2 historical battles here on Total War Rome Remastered Barbarian Invasion. The Battle of Badon Hill, which we've just done, and the Battle of Chalons between the Huns and the Goths, which we've done in a previous episode. So that will conclude things for the Rome Total War Remastered Barbarian Invasion battles, but there are plenty of other battles on other Total War games, so we may well see them in the future. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.